What up, Dokkaners? The JP version of the game just received an announcement for an upcoming update, version 5.16.0. Now, this actually has some pretty cool things in it, so I wanted to take some time to talk about this because while global players are not going to be receiving this right now, when it comes to quality of life updates, these typically do drop pretty soon on the global version of the game. So it's still worth mentioning because it does cover some of the things that I've been wanting to have in Dokkan for some time. So let's just go over these, starting with the improved UI during battle by tapping. So the characters displayed at the bottom of the battle screen, you will be able to see more detailed information than before. So it basically shows you the example right here. Let me actually see if we can zoom in. Can I zoom in? Yeah. So if we look at the bottom here, we got Tech Piccolo, we got Physical Version Z, we got Int Support Gohan. For the Tech Piccolo, you see the links down here. You see the attack and the attack level. You could even go further as to like click on the details of it. I mean, this is just another way to reach the same detail screen. It shows the passive. It shows the attack and defense pre-battle phase. It even shows probably the most important section of this would be right here, right? Because this shows that he is getting a boost in attack. He's getting a boost in defense. He's getting a boost in ki. All three of these are because of the Planet Namek Saga support ability in his passive. If we pull up the unit, that's what we get right here, right? So this is all showing up right here. Now, is this going to show more things? Is this going to show guard? If the unit has a natural, well, not a natural guard. If the unit has an actual ability that guarantees guard, that could happen. That could maybe be visualized here. I don't know how extensive this is going to be. We're going to have to find out. Because if we try to investigate this scene right here, I think this is just a world tournament scene or a battle stage. I don't think the Hercule has the ability to do anything like that, so we can't really test that here. We also are not using an int unit against the Hercule where like a natural guard could kick in. If like, let's say the Gohan was in slot 1, would the Gohan demonstrate some sort of like a guard graphic? Could this potentially be where those weird little symbols could actually show up for the first time? Because we've had some weird symbols now in Dokkan that we thought were going to be like new logos for critical additionals and dodges and stuff like that. Maybe it's going to be for something like this. Maybe now, if for example, the int Gohan was here, even if the Gohan doesn't have a guard in the passive, because of type advantage, Gohan has what is known as natural guard. That natural guard means you are going to have a down arrow or a downward slanted arrow when getting attacked by this opponent. Will that show up in this line here? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So JP players will be the first to test this out whenever they do get this update, which would be probably in a couple of days. I don't know when exactly they're going to be releasing this. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So let me know in the comments what you guys would want to see besides this. I would love to see, you know, guards being active. I would love to see damage reductions being active as well. Maybe from an item, like if I use a Whis, maybe closer to the right side of the screen, it shows that there's a damage reduction active. Maybe this is going to show all of that. Who knows? Next thing they talk about here is, furthermore, the characters that activate advantageous effects during battle and characters that increase the drop rate will be displayed more clearly. So what this is basically showing is that now there's going to be an up arrow on a character. So like, let's say you're doing an event where you have to bring, I don't know, Planet Namek Saga, right? So you want to be bringing characters of higher rarity because when you do, you get a greater boost. A unit that is an LR in that category yields a greater boost than a TUR or an SSR. Basically, every level has its different value. You want to be bringing a full squad of LRs. And it looks like... Oh, wait. Okay, so I was going to say, could it show a differing level of arrows depending on the type of unit? Like if it's an LR, it'll show 3 arrows. If it's a TUR, would it show like 2? I don't know what category this translates to. But still, it's better than what it was before because now it's a visual indication and that tackles the accessibility issue. If you're able to logically understand that LRs yield better boosts, that's great. Maybe some people can't. There are people with different, you know, abilities, different ranges. So having a different way to understand what you're trying to accomplish is the mark of a good game because you have multiple ways to achieve that goal. So having this is definitely good. Now down here, what exactly is this mark indicating? Because I think it's got to be for the activating advantageous effects. So maybe it's like a heal or something. Okay, so let's actually, you know what? Let's just pull up that Tech Fusion Zamasu. Let's see what the deal is with that unit. So if we go to Future Saga, We go to extreme characters. Let me see. Where is he? All right. What is the advantageous category that you, or ability that you get here? Okay, you do get this. So maybe that's what they're trying to show in here. Because this blue capsule icon, it's got to be for the advantageous effects during battle. So if you want to bring something that will help out Future Saga, Fusion Zamasu will do that for you, or Corrupted Fusion Zamasu. Goku Black will do it because he supports. STR Goku Black will also do it because he supports. What does the STR Trunks do? I forget. Oh, Superclass Key +2, of course. So there you go. Another indication, another way to understand what a unit can do just by looking at it at a glance. Next, dot character training renewal. You will be able to receive rewards the following month according to the level you reach during the training period. Case in point, link leveling is back. For those of you who may not necessarily want to link level too much, because maybe it just burns up too many stones, which is literally my situation, that is now out the window, because this basically means that I need to crank out that level as quickly as possible so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Because nowadays, once I link level a certain unit to the max, and now that there's skill, or there's these like link skill balls on JP, which Global will eventually get, since there are tune keys, there are much easier ways to achieve the levels that you want, even if it's not max link levels. Like if you hit level 10 on big bad bosses, maybe the rest of the links on the unit don't matter, right? So there's a lot of reasons to not necessarily go the distance and therefore not necessarily push your level as far. So this basically just means the more you play, the more you get rewarded for it. So for those of you who are hardcore Dokkanners who might have been sort of taking it easy because you might have finished link leveling a bunch of characters, you're kind of going to have to get back into it, which is what I'm going to do. But in general, if you just play the game every day, you play a good chunk, as long as you hit that max level, you will get rewarded for it. And JP players will obviously be getting this first, so we'll see what sort of rewards JP players will be getting for this. Improvements to Dokkan Awakening list screen. Extreme Z Awakening will now be displayed in places where awakening stages are displayed, such as Dokkan Awakening list. Furthermore, the filter on the Dokkan Awakening list screen will be changed, so you will be able to filter characters that can be Extreme Z Awakened and LR. So this, I think this, what this is basically doing is when you see the list of characters that awaken using Dokkan Awakening medals, they're now going to show another step that goes beyond that to provide yet another visual indicator that a unit can go up to a certain level. Again, if you internalize and you know that, for example, AGL Turles can go Extreme Z Awaken, you're fine. But if someone who's sort of new to the game, maybe doesn't watch a video or doesn't follow a creator, doesn't follow social media, doesn't realize that a Turles in Extreme Z Awaken, they might be in for a surprise. So having that ability to see that in the Dokkan Awakening list is a very nice accessibility feature. And then also, this alleviates the need for me to tag units with the Extreme Z Awakenable tag. This is something that I have to aggressively keep up with. Every time JP gets an announcement for an EZA, I always tag a unit. Like, for example, they just received an announcement for the LR Nappa Vegeta AGL unit. That unit's getting an EZA, so I went into that unit's details and I clicked the tag for EZAs. That means when I want to filter out units by EZAs, I can just use the tag. But now it looks like they're going to be making that customization feature just built in, as it should be, right? So that is definitely a nice thing. Finally, improvements to the skill orb filter function. This is all translated by Google, which is why the wording's kind of weird. You will now be able to select level 6 and above using filter functions when selecting skill orbs. Okay, so I guess with the arrival of the new levels of skill orb boost, there wasn't enough to warrant a filter option for it. So I guess now there is. I've never actually used this feature. Let me know in the comments if you guys have actually had to filter out by certain categories of skill orbs. That's never been something that I've been concerned about. Stay tuned for version 5.16.0. Please note that when updating to 5.1, okay, so that's it. So JP is getting this sometime soon, presumably during their STR Gohan and STR Gohan and Piccolo celebration, which is fine. Global should be getting this maybe probably around like late November into Christmas time, holiday season, potentially. Regardless, it'll be fairly soon. Quality of life updates like this tend to drop very fast, and this will definitely help everybody involved. There's no reason to hold on to this, is what I'm trying to say. So good news coming up for Dokkan, and this definitely clears one of the many things that I need them to improve. I was really hoping that when I got down here and they said skill orb function, I really thought they were going to give me my dream update, which is being able to track EX skill orbs wherever they've been equipped. They're just in your list, but they're grayed out, but you can track where they've been equipped to, because I've lost a few and I do not know where I put them, and I need to find out because I want them removed so I can give them to somebody else. Please, Dokkan, give me that skill orb tracker, please. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what is your most wanted update in the game? What is the #1 thing, quality of life, just the littlest thing that annoys you to no end that you really want to get fixed? And let me know your thoughts overall about these updates and more. When do you think Global will receive these? In the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.